Hi, it's Claire, your intuitive reader. Am I reading your story? Let's find out. I have really been enjoying reading for you guys. I really enjoy your energy. I've been getting a lot of downloads about your energy and the fact that you guys are here because you want to learn how to fish, basically. You know, the analogy of give a person a fish and they eat for a day. Teach a person to fish and they eat for the rest of their life. And they can feed others. And so that's why I started this channel. I saw that I needed to learn. And I needed to learn from other people, interacting with them. And this was the best avenue, the best vehicle to do that. And then also I started realizing that people were receptive. They wanted to hear, you know, how they were doing, if they were on the right track. And I get the energy that you guys are. You guys are on the right track. And I myself watch a lot of tarot. And I've noticed that my energy, I've been less drawn to very negative energy, negative stories, negative, you know, titles, negative thumbnails, because I'm like, I don't want to keep perpetuating that. I can create enough negativity myself. I can get confirmation after confirmation. I can tell the same story of like how this person did this and that. And I can tell everyone everything that's already been done to them, and it will happen again because they're still in that mindset. But what I started realizing is people need to actually hear something positive. They need to hear they're on the right track, that everything isn't going to be the same as it ever was. Because who wants to live in that reality? Yeah, you're releasing, you guys are looking, the people that are drawn to this message are looking to release what's been holding them back. They don't want to live in this energy. I see the rose. I often spray rose water, always, right, you know, in my readings, because I feel that the rose scent has always been synonymous with me being very grounded, of me being in touch with the ethers, with a higher power. And what I'm seeing in you guys is you're releasing your ties, your connection. Like, this is very interesting. This would be like the divine energy. That's the top chakra. And this would be the root, the base chakra. And this is 36 and this is 42. So you might be getting a lot of 369 or 69 or 96 energy, because these go hand in hand. Confirmation. These go hand in hand. When you release what's holding you up, when you let things die at your root, when you can only, that's the only way that you can move your energy up. And so what I've seen in everybody's energy, it's changing. It's changing what people want. And, you know, of course, somebody asked me, they're like, well, you know, if you're so good at manifesting, then why do you only have this many people? You know, and I'm like, because I'm not manifesting what you think I'm manifesting. You know, when I first started this channel, I was always sick. I have a very severe illness, and I would go for days at a time where I wouldn't be able to get up. I could barely talk. I didn't have the energy. But I built up my practice of endurance, of getting more comfortable talking to you guys, of more comfortable tapping into other people's energy. And the stronger I got, the more I released of, in order to move forward, I released a lot of baggage that was hanging on. I started off this tarot channel with a group of friends that I really no longer have. I met people along the way that are no longer in my life, even family members. And at the beginning of this journey, I couldn't imagine actually feeling like okay with it. Okay with the fact that these people were no longer in my life. And I was like, oh, I'm manifesting. As I release, as I let go of things that no longer serve me, it's moving me into a space where I feel comfortable. So there's been a lot about that. And I think you guys are doing great. I mean, the fact that you're here, I have all these wonderful people that show up during the lives and they interact. And I really look forward to those because these are people that energetically are drawn to the channel. And it shows me that I was really proud. This is a post-it note that my partner gave me when the channel just started. And it says, looks like your stock is going up. And I had 17 subscribers. And I was just like, wow. I was so proud. I was like, wow, one person wants to come in. Now there's 17. I felt like the world was a different place. And now we just passed 11,000 subscribers. And I'm just like, what? You know, to me, that's huge. I mean, I'm like, I was happy when I got 100, I was like, oh my gosh. So as you release, you're changing, you're transforming, you are not where these people thought you were. As you release, see this purple energy with this tower here, as you release your old self, the person you used to be, it's causing a tower. It's causing everything to fall. And it's falling down. You know, here we have the root. We have the crown chakra and the root. And this is really amazing because, you know, you're safe. This is not going to hurt. It's going to hurt for the people around you because they expect you to fall flat on your face. Like I started realizing that this channel was growing exponentially and I was getting a lot of support from the community, the collective koala, the koala collective. I was getting a lot of support. I was getting a lot of love. I mean, this little koala has been with me since the beginning. I love this little koala. And I was just happy to show up and have my one little koala. And as things started growing, I started realizing, you know, why aren't the people in my life saying congratulations? Why aren't they showing up? Why aren't they telling me, oh, hey, I watched your video. I gave you a like. I subscribed and I'm so proud of you. I noticed more and more people who, you know, I was alone, you know, besides my partner and my child. And I have a few people in my family, so I don't want you to think I'm calling you out in this. I'm not. You guys are awesome. What I'm saying is, as a whole, my life actually started getting smaller. My intimate life, as this grew, as this manifested in my life, started shining a light on the people around me that actually weren't supporting me. And I'm getting that you guys are going through that. There are people in your life that are coming in and they're like, no, you're not going to be successful. And you're speaking your truth. You're bringing that forward with blue. You're using your heart energy, your solar plexus. I mean, not your solar plexus, your heart chakra to bring this forward, to bring forth the truth. You're really sitting in your energy of like connection to source. You're realizing that you can manifest anything you want. But when you manifest that, it causes a tower because you can't live in both of those worlds. So that's what I'm seeing happening here. You've been putting so much work in and you're getting signs. You're seeing it clearly. Like, you don't need me to tell you that, look, this person created all this abundance. They're seeing the path laid out in front of them and they're all alone. Yeah, this green energy, like I was talking about, you're living in your heart space. You're bringing that forward. And the more you create, the more you seem to be alone. And so that was God, the divine's plan for you, to have you shine so bright, have you manifest so quickly, have you create such abundance that it couldn't be denied that you were in a different place. And then for you to look around and go, wow, okay, the divine wasn't going to give you this abundance. The divine wasn't going to, God's rejection is God's protection. It sent you all this abundance, this quick manifestation. Like you were like a lightning bolt here. You were like, came out of nowhere and everybody was like, wait, what? I just thought you were like they thought you were kind of like a child, naive, oh yeah, oh you and your ideas, great. And then when it hit, when lightning struck, when it was like, boom, let there be life, and when you came forward, when you came out of your silent reprieve and you came forward, they were like, what? They were nowhere to be seen, were they? Like that was the death, the ending to relationships, wasn't it? Like when you start shining, you start having to release. Like just because we go fishing and we put out our line there and a fish grabs onto that hook does not mean sometimes we got to cut and release. And I see that with your energy. I see that these people in your life are just coming forward, and they don't have, they just want to share in your abundance. They're like, oh wow, look at how attractive you are. Look at how you're manifesting. Look at how wise you are. Oh, you're just so captivating. You're like the flame, and they are the moths, and they are willing to burn themselves up, but burn you out too. They wouldn't mind if they just like completely, have you ever seen that many moths come around a light? It just starts smothering it. And they only want to be there because your light is shining. So let me organize these cards so that I can get a little clarity on them. So we got the Tower, we got the Two of Swords, we got the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, see, I thought this was the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so that's interesting. So you have, and that the channel has been around for 7 months. So that's interesting. There's some synchronicity here. Like I keep telling everyone, this full moon that's coming up is going to be really illuminating. And I want you to look around at what you've created in the last 7 months, 7 years. I want you to sit there and look at it, really look at it and focus on it and be like, where are all the people to say I did a good job? Where are the people to help wanting to celebrate with me? Oh, wow, I'm alone with my cat. Okay, well, my cat's loyal and they're not. And all these cards are, oh, look, see, you're protected. You're protected from the landing. It's going to hurt a little bit to look around and realize no one's there. And feel that. Like, that should be like a motivation to you. But, once you know the truth here, once you know the truth and that they're just like these bats, like circling around, wanting your abundance, you're like, oh no, I don't need anybody else to create my ideal home, my ideal life. I don't need anyone else. I definitely don't need people who are just going to like I was talking about, with the moths to the flame. Here's the bats to the abundance. Why are these bats out here on a clear day? They don't come out till dusk. So why are they out here? Oh, they want to get something from you. They want to be a part of your life. Of course they do. Of course they do. You're like, that where you're like, off with your head, I'm done. And you're like, I don't need to stick around for this. I already knew I was alone. I knew that. Because you have with the Two of Pentacles here, you can make anything. And I keep bringing up this card, looks like two eyes, the all-seeing eyes, and it's creating infinity. You see clearly. You see clearly, and if you don't see clearly yet, you will. In the next few days, 2 days, couple of days, you're going to start seeing things for what they are. You're going to start seeing things from your heart space, from your... Whew. I'm getting a lot of green energy today, and this is a very important crystal. This is actually from a dear friend of mine who passed away. And, the green energy is coming from your heart space. Have that love and compassion for yourself. More green. My goodness. More green. And they're envious. They want, oh my gosh. And these two cards came out together. Do you see a similarity there? Right there and right there. You might have started young. You might have started small. You might have, like me with my 17 here and being proud of it. You might have been like that, starting at 0, but then you're moving up and then you just can't help but grow and manifest. So yeah, like focus on that and you will create, you will grow into the magician. You will grow because you're putting in the work. You're seeing the truth. Sorry, koala. You're seeing the truth. You're showing up as the queen of Wands, this really fiery energy. Look, she's got the sun in her hand. So you're doing all this, and you're doing this from a place of releasing people. Cut them out. I'm sorry, I keep saying that to people, but you cannot manifest. This is like 1, 2, but it's 2, 1. Like, you're making a balanced energy, and that is bringing you into your divine number 1 life path, moving into that. Even if you're not the number 1 life path, you know, I keep getting this 1, 1, 1. We have 1 sword here and 1 sword here. And so that 1, 2, put each foot in front of the other. And you did end up getting the 9 of Pentacles with these 2 pentacles together. So your hard work and your optimism and your imagination are coming into play and creating the 9 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles is a great card. She's also alone, though. I do not get a lot of interaction with other people. I get a lot of animals. Yeah, see, here's the Ace of Pentacles. So now you have 10 pentacles. So this is that opportunity. Remember, we saw that the truth of the matter will lead to your home, to your foundation. So you got the 10 of Pentacles overall. But it's a process. Like I was talking about, that last pentacle coming in. That's the key here. You had faith. You spent some time alone. You kept speaking the truth. Here we got that arch right here. You are that home. You are your vessel. You are that manifestation. There's no one else here. There's no other energy here. And that's okay. Okay, cool. I kept saying there's no other energy here. But what I see is, yeah, once you you really feel established and balanced, and that everything is going to work out, what's going to come in is other people that want to be a part of your life, that resonate with you. Here with the 3 of Cups, this is about celebration. And see how they're celebrating what you created. It's right here. And I love this because it has the little frogs celebrating too. So this could be like the 6 of Cups, having that youthful energy coming back to you. And you're following your passion. They love it. Like, there are all these hands with all this energy. It's all one hand. We have the wand, the pentacle, and the sword. That's beautiful. The only thing I think we didn't get here was the cups, was the single cups. And that's telling you, because you got the 3 of Cups, that part, the emotional part, is going to come in when your collective, your soul tribe comes in. Like, so keep showing up here. Keep showing up here, because I love your energy, and I think you'll manifest something great. You really had to change your perspective, because it kind of felt like you were going to get drowned all the time in the environment you were in. Like, your heart space was kind of like overflowing, and you couldn't handle it with the Hanged person here. And you were afraid that, you know, speaking your truth was going to be the end of you. What it was an end to those relationships. And it was a lot. The 10 of Swords here is about pain. This person, these people, there's 10 of them here, were not resonating with you. They did not care that you were, wow, my voice just reverberated, not. They were not in your best and highest good. They were actually really bad for you. They were not looking out for you. And you saw that eventually. You saw things clearly. And sometimes it takes getting stuck somewhere, seeing like, oh, where is everybody? Where is my life? And it's Kermit. He's in the swamp. And so his home environment, he lives in the city now with Miss Piggy, so they had to cooperate and compromise. But his home, where he feels most comfortable, is the swamp, you know, and not most people feel comfortable in the swamp. And I have no idea why I'm saying that. But maybe that's the truth here. You had to go into an emotional environment that resonated with you, like the swamp, and it wasn't for everyone. And so now you're finding your collective. You're finding your true life purpose. Be careful, you know, keep working forward. Keep putting in that hard work in. Once you get to 10, It doesn't mean that you should stop. It just means that you should keep growing. You got to plant the next crop. You got to prepare for the next harvest. So I do see here a little warning, like celebrating is great, but take the time to celebrate, you know, celebrate your accomplishments, but see with this little frog here, don't imbibe too much. Don't spend too much time getting off target, because I do feel like that's a warning here that if you don't stay on task. This card flipped up and I didn't know what it meant until just now. It's the post office. This is package tracking. So if we don't keep focusing, we will get behind on the things that we're supposed to do and get off track. Like the post office, you wouldn't be okay with it if it was just like, oh, it'll get there eventually. I'll do that eventually. Eventually, people will start saying that you're unreliable. So enjoy your manifestation, but keep going. Keep striving for more. And celebrate at each step, but then get back to work. So I really liked that energy. If that was your energy, yeah, I just keep getting, I'm going to go right back here because this was at the beginning with death and release. This might have actually been a real death, but this could also just be people that no longer resonate with you. It's time to leave that in the past. It's, pick, if you don't have a place to go to mourn these relationships, you could even have a funeral. Like if you were married, have a funeral, a ceremony to say goodbye, to think about the positive but say goodbye. It's over. It's deceased. It's a death. If it's a friendship, if it's a relationship with your children that your own parents, whatever it is, let it go. Like actually mourn it, release it. Actually do the whole process. You might think that's crazy, but I think it really does work. I think it works to realize, because this is very interesting. I got a fortune cookie and it says, we are taught by every person we meet. And then it says, learn Chinese plate. So think about that. Each person you met is like a plate and you're holding it up. And until you put that plate down, even if it has to smash, until you put that plate down, you're still going to be carrying a stack of plates. And each person is a new plate. So if you put certain relationships to bed, to rest, and you really release them, then you're not going to be, balancing plates. That's a lot of work to constantly be balancing all these different relationships and plates that are no longer a part of your life that actually benefit you. So releasing them, letting them go, and putting them to rest. I'm serious. Even if it's just writing it down, write down all the positive things, say goodbye, say goodbye to this relationship, and then burn it safely outside in a fire safe area. Do not start a fire, please. Or light a candle and say something over it. You can even inscribe in it and then light it and then let it burn safely again. And then I'm getting a very big warning. Make sure you check your smoke detectors, your carbon monoxide detectors. Make sure you haven't taken the batteries out. This is very important. We don't want an actual death. So, we did get all these. So making sure that you're taking safety when you're cooking and in any sort of way. I keep getting that, like cooking. Be very careful. Make sure that you turn on the exhaust fan if you have one, or open a window. Yeah, make sure you do that. So anyway, okay, there's just a strange warning at the end there. I don't want people to forget. Especially if we're celebrating, you can have a drink and then realize, don't cook while you're drinking. Even if it's a glass of wine, just be careful. You don't ever want to operate machinery, and you don't want to do dangerous things like cooking and stuff like that if you're under the influence. It's fine to celebrate, but make sure that you're using safety. Don't know why I felt necessary to say that, but it did seem important. So anyway, I love you guys. And so please like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on the little notification bell, but you have to select notify all, or notify all notifications, or it actually won't work. I did not know that until recently. And most importantly, come back and see us and hang out with us, come to the lives, turn on that notification and drop in when we're doing a coffee hour. And I love you guys. Okay, bye.